the beginning of the South Kaibab Trail, heading down to Bright Angel Camp near Phantom Ranch, and then eventually up to the North Rim. It's warm and muddy, but not icy. It's early February. About 3 miles down, still have a ways to go to Phantom Ranch and Bright Angel Camp. The clouds are still the same, but it is supposed to rain tomorrow. Nice warm day though. I was here a year ago this month and it's a lot cooler. You can see the North Rim over there. A little bit of snow you have to get through. Almost to the bottom. You can see the campground in the center there. More switchbacks. It's a nice gradual downhill with no steps. So we're down to the tunnel and the bridge. Some people over there enjoying the beach. So we're leveling out for the day. No more downhill, which is nice because after that you get a little sore. Not a very long tunnel. The trail will take tomorrow. Cross this bridge and take a right into the campground. This is Bright Angel Creek. About to start day 2, getting up to Cottonwood Camp, 7 miles up the North Kaibab Trail, which I spent last night. There's Clyde, my friend, not solo this time. Head towards Phantom Ranch and then up into the box. So 7 miles, day 2. This place is real luxurious. There's power down here, there's flush toilets, soap, running water. It's the most luxurious backcountry camping you'll ever do. So here are all the cabins at Phantom Ranch. Ranger station's down there. Last time I was down here I stayed in the second to the last cabin, I think. So if you don't want to sleep in a tent, you can reserve a cabin, but the tent's a lot cheaper, obviously. So there's about, I don't know, 15 cabins here. We came up last night and had a couple beers at the canteen. There's a little store here. You can send a postcard. It says mailed by mule from the bottom of the Grand Canyon. And they have cold beer, and you can reserve to eat dinner there if you like too. So a lot of amenities down here. So we've done about half a mile. Just a little warning about the winter conditions up there. Gone about 2 miles, heading into the box. So far no rain, even though today was the highest probability of rain, 90%. So we're in the heart of the box, the second footbridge. A lot more narrow. Go another hour and then stop for lunch. So, left the box. It's been raining a little bit, but the scenery is definitely changing. Starting to see some of the higher levels of the canyon. We'll stop for lunch in about a half an hour. Clive's not doing too well. I stopped and waited 30 minutes for him to catch up. He's not tired, he's sore from yesterday. Everybody I've talked to just says their calves are killing from coming down Kaibab Trail, which is pretty common. If you don't do this all the time, you're going to be in a lot of pain. Just finished lunch about 10-15 minutes ago. A little less than a mile from the junction to Ribbon Fall. It started raining slightly, but kind of stopped again. Part of the south rim down there. North side. So here's Ribbon Fall. Don't see Clive anywhere. He's said he's going about half my speed, so I've been stopping and waiting for him maybe a few hours. I'm gonna actually go here on the way down from the rim. Not today. There were better weather when we were coming down, so we'll visit that in about 3 days. So we're at the junction to Ribbon Fall, the footbridge. There's 2 ways in. There's a junction further back, you have to cross the creek, and there's this way. So it makes sense to come in this way on the way down and then go out. So I have to climb up this mess. So I'm going to wait here for Clive. He's probably at least 30 minutes behind me. And Cottonwood Camp's about a mile and a quarter this way. There he is. Didn't have to wait more than 20 minutes. But the rain's going to get worse. Can't see the north rim anymore. The clouds are a lot lower. So, there's more rain to come, looks like. Almost to Cottonwood Camp. Probably half mile left. Trying to get ahead of the storm. The dark clouds are behind me. Here's Cottonwood Camp. The bathrooms are right there. I don't think the ranger's here this time of year. It's probably a summer ranger station. The water's turned off right now at Cottonwood Camp. There's water not too far from the campsite over there. And also a nice swimming spot. The water's cold, but not as cold as the High Sierra water in spring and fall, so it wasn't too bad. I've got a bucket of water, a little bit of sediment. Need to let it settle for a little bit before I start filtering. It's about a little after 7 a.m. It rained all night. So far the weather's still holding out because it's not raining anymore. So head up to the rim today, about 7 miles to the north rim. Just started day 3. Just left Cottonwood Camp. Actually blue sky today, patch of it, so that's a good sign. It rained most of the night and it looks like the snow line came down a little bit up there. About a little under 7 miles to the north rim, and then a 10-minute walk to the Yurt from there. Here's the bridge to the Manzanita Creek and rest house. The water's off this time of year, so you have to filter out of the creek. But in the summer months, this is there's a faucet here, like all the other places in the summer. Now, surprisingly, the water was on. I was going to walk down to the river. There's some steps down here, but I checked it anyway, and the water's on, so that's nice. There's bathrooms here as well, and a ranger station. Message board. Here comes Clive. Moving a little faster today so far. Just left the Manzanita rest stop. Clive says his pack feels better today. Starting to gain a lot of elevation here. You can see the change in vegetation. Trail goes this way to the north rim. We've left the main creek, which is down there. Raining off and on. The sun keeps poking out a little bit. So Clive decided to turn around. He has extreme vertigo. The fact he made it this far was quite amazing. It's not that he's not a strong hiker. It's just his vertigo kicks in, he loses his balance. So Clive turned around. And he's going to go back down to Cottonwood Camp and stay there 3 nights and meet me there on Tuesday. Today's Sunday. So now it's just me all by myself in the Yurt. But, after I went up and scouted, you see in the distance there in the middle of the screen there's a staircase cut out, and after he saw those ledges he was pretty sure he couldn't make it. So he made a wise choice. No point getting hurt. Safety first. So I'm going to head up to the top And I hope to be up there in about 2 or 3 hours. So this is the first of the 3 waterfalls I heard. Let's go under. Make it quick. I imagine it's not like this in the summertime. It's not too bad to get around. So I can solo now. I think, judging by these drop-offs, Clyde made the right choice. Like I said before, he's a good hiker. He's been on a couple of my organized trips, and we've done 5 to 10 days cross country, bouldering, going through chutes over crazy passes. But the drop-offs is the big difference. Yeah, there's no way he could handle this, so he made the right choice. This must be the part they said there's the hole in the trail. You can kind of see the hole down there, but not as bad. But yeah, you can see how this could give way. But I was expecting a lot worse. But not, you can see where people have kind of gone around it there, so not too bad. But yeah, some crazy drop-offs. The second waterfall, and still lots of drop-offs. Oh, there's a third waterfall too, which is the biggest, I think. Hi. Time to put the iPhone away here. That was the dousing. All wet now. More cliffs. Yeah. Carried snowshoes for almost 20 miles for this last 2 to 3 mile stretch here. Clive said he's going to try to sell his, or at least give them away. Try to sell them first. A lot of people have come up here without snowshoes. And so he's going to put back at Cottonwood Camp, he's going to put a for sale sign on his shoes along the trail. And hopefully someone buys them. One less thing for him to carry out. Now this must be the final third waterfall. It's not the end of the world if you slip. So there's the Supai Tunnel. A lot of climbing, real steep. The bridge is way down there. And Clive turned around way around that corner down there, so yeah. Finally to the tunnel though. So far I'm just post holing it here. I'm not sure if a lot of snow's melted in the last few days or if there's deeper snow to come, but it has been real warm, and maybe that all that rain last night melted some of this snow. We'll see. They put the gators on. No snowshoes yet. So, just went through some really thick snow back there in those trees. Sunk up to my knee a few times, but still post holing without the snowshoes. But almost to the top. I'll definitely wear the snowshoes on the way down, because you can go faster and have the traction, because you're going to sink more on the way down. So it's been about an hour, almost to the top. This never ends. Steep. This is what post holing's like. Every 5 or so steps you sink. It's almost 5 o'clock. An hour till sunset, and I just started sinking way too much. I didn't want to stop for the sake of time, but decided to finally put the snowshoes on. Figured I was wasting time sinking. Hopefully almost to the top, because I am tired. So you're making much better time now. Almost to the top. I really wish I put the snowshoes on sooner. So if you're planning this trip in the winter time, lots of people told me, oh, you can do it without snowshoes. Don't do it, just put them on. I'm covering a lot more ground with the snowshoes on. Here's the top. Almost there. Almost completed the Grand Canyon rim to rim. Took 3 days and a little over 20 miles to get to the north rim. And I have the whole north rim all to myself. North Kaibab Trailhead. There's a sign to the Yurt. Just made it to the Yurt. There's the bathroom. Look at that. Home sweet home for 2 nights. And that shed, cold, has firewood in it. Don't be locked. Otherwise I'm gonna go find the ranger. It's open. Great. Starving to death. Ate every ounce of food I had to get up here. So I spent the first night in the Yurt. One more night here. The stove definitely warms this place up. I actually opened a window to let some oxygen in and some fresh air as well. But nice clothesline, decent table, another table for games. There's a bunch of board games. plenty of wood. There's a shed outside with more wood. Roots dried real fast. And all the water's off around here, so I'm just gradually melting snow. Most of it melted overnight, and I just added some more snow this morning. Because when you pack a bucket full of snow, it pretty much turns into half the amount when it melts. But yeah, it's a nice yurt. Today's weather is a slight chance of showers, so it should be hopefully a clear day. Haven't really gotten any nice pictures yet on this entire trip. So you can see how much snow's outside. It's at least 2 or 3 feet. But yeah, this puppy gets nice and warm. North Rim administrative buildings. Just looking for water. This is the trail out to Bright Angel Point. It's about a little over 2 miles from the yurt to get here. But it's not clearing up yet. Greetings from the north rim of the Grand Canyon. This is Bright Angel Point. I have a time lapse going of these clouds moving. Hopefully the sun comes out soon. That's the most I've seen of the sun all day. It's been raining and snowing the last couple days. Took 3 days to get here, and yesterday was the hardest day. 7 miles and from the last campsite. And I spent the last 4 miles of that going straight uphill in snowshoes. Quite deep. Whole area is closed in the winter time, but if you want to snowshoe up from the south rim, you can be up here all by yourself. Haven't seen anybody yet. There's a ranger around here somewhere, but that's about it. So this concludes 2 nights in the yurt. Got it all cleaned up. Fireplace is burnt out. You'll want to make sure you close this draft control here before you leave. And I had a window open too to help oxygen come in while I was sleeping. We don't wake up lightheaded because the fire does burn oxygen. So I closed the window, swept everything out, I restocked it with firewood, and wiped down the table. So try to leave the yurt as good or better than you found it for the next person. This is a lovely treat by the Park Service, and hopefully they'll continue doing this. This is something they've, I think, just started doing maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So time to head down the North Kaibab Trail to meet Clive. He should still be at Cottonwood Camp. I told him not to head on to Bright Angel Camp because we're not permitted there till tomorrow night, so hopefully he'll be there waiting for me. So just left the yurt about 5 minutes or so ago. There's a sign to it, as you saw on the way in, but it was a little dark, and there's little yellow tags hanging on the trees to kind of guide you to the yurt. I went out last night, and those were helpful. Finding the yurt in the dark, because there's no lights in there. It's hard to find at night. Heading down here to the North Kaibab Trailhead. So glad I brought these snowshoes. You can see the bridge down there. So we've done about half the snowshoeing. Definitely the sunniest day yet. So almost down to the Supai Tunnel. There's parts of the trail now that are just mud. I'm going to keep the shoes on until I get to the tunnel, which is, I believe, down there. But I've been going for about an hour and a half. It took 3 hours to go up this part. Okay, made it to the tunnel. It's kind of silhouette, the tunnel's over there. So this is Supai Tunnel. Nice warm day. Time to take the snowshoes off. Try to rinse them off. There's mud everywhere. Just went through the Supai Tunnel. Snowshoes are off. It's nice to have those off. Using different muscles now. There's the bridge. Working our way down to Cottonwood Camp. Hopefully Clive didn't get too bored and he's still there. Took about 2 hours to get to the tunnel from the top. Took me 3 hours to get to the top from the tunnel. So glad that's over with. The snowshoes definitely helped. The people post-holing made big holes, so it actually made it harder to snowshoe with the big holes. So I recommend doing the snowshoes if they say there's snow on the trail. Making good time. Already down to the first bridge. So I've made it down to where Clive turned around. There's Roaring Springs. I'll be stopping and have lunch at Manzanita Springs. There's Roaring Springs. Almost down to Cottonwood. This is where the park gets most of its water. They pump it up to the north and the south rim out of this stream, this spring, all year round. Another mile down to the Manzanita Ranger Station. Lunch. So spent night 5 back at Cottonwood Camp. Ran into Clive on the trail yesterday like I expected. And I went down, hiked down the Ribbon Falls yesterday. And came back, had dinner, did some night photography, and then got the creek. Did that before dinner, I mean. Some other hikers did some day hikes today to the North Rim. So today, head down to Bright Angel Camp down at Phantom Ranch for the last night. So just started day 6. Left Cottonwood Camp about 45 minutes ago. Heading down to Bright Angel Camp and Phantom Ranch. Going to take a little detour up this little canyon, Phantom Canyon. Went up there last year. There's some nice little waterfalls, little cascades. So today's day 6. So to recap, we spent day 1 hiking down to Bright Angel Camp, day 2 to Cottonwood, day 3 and 4 were on the Yurt, where Clive stayed at Cottonwood. Night 5 back at Cottonwood, where I met back up with Clive. And then tonight is night 6 at Bright Angel Camp. So hiking out tomorrow, so 2 days left. Almost in the area called the Box. About 12 noon, been hiking for a few hours now. Left kind of late this morning. Wasn't really in a hurry this morning. We just finished our little detour up Phantom Canyon to the little waterfall. Took a few nice photographs. Probably be down at the campground in about an hour. Down at Phantom Ranch. Plenty of daylight left. It was the easiest day. We're back at Bright Angel Camp. Same site as before. The other one I scouted out was taken. So this is the last day, day 7. Just left Phantom Ranch, Bright Angel Camp. Across the bridge. Heading up the Bright Angel Trail. And then stopping at Indian Gardens for water. It's only water that's on this time of year. About 2 miles left of the Bright Angel Trail. Left the 3 Mile Rest House about a mile ago. Beautiful day. Working our way up Bright Angel Trail. Day 7, almost done with the rim to rim. So I'm at the last rest house before the top, so there's about a mile or a mile and a half. Waiting for Clive. There he is right there. Well, almost done. Just left a little bit of climbing to do. Lots of day hikers on the trail today, as you can hear. The trail's all muddy. No micro spikes required this time, but last time I did this trail it was all icy. Had to put the traction on. There's the final stretch of the Bright Angel Trail. Started about 8:40 this morning. It's about 3 o'clock. So here's the end of the rim to rim to rim.